A young Addie joins her parents, Rain and Russell, to celebrate her birthday at the beach. After winning her a Michael Jackson Thriller t-shirt at a carnival game, Russell plays whack-a-mole. However, Addie's curiosity leads her to wander off and encounter a homeless man with a Jeremiah 11 verse 11 placard. Her path takes her into a nearby funhouse, where the disorienting mirrors and eerie atmosphere fill her with terror. Inside, she confronts an identical doppelganger, a haunting experience that deeply frightens her. As time passes, Addie becomes non-communicative, causing concern for her parents. Seeking help, they turn to a therapist who encourages Addie to express herself through various means, such as reading, writing, or dancing. In the present day, an adult Addie Wilson embarks on a beach trip with her husband, Gabe, and their 2 children, Zora and Jason. As the family enjoys lunch at their beach house, Gabe tells them that they will go to the beach to meet their friends. Addie still harbors deep-seated fears related to her past beach experience and is initially reluctant to join them. After some persuasion, she reluctantly agrees. On the way to the beach, they encounter a man being loaded into an ambulance, and Addie realizes that this man is the same homeless individual she encountered many years ago, the one with the Jeremiah 11 verse 11 sign. At the beach, the Wilson family meets their friends, the Tylers, consisting of Kitty, Josh, and their twin teenage daughters, Gwen and Maggie. As the kids enjoy their time at the beach, Kitty and Addie engage in a conversation about Addie's quiet demeanor and her past as a young ballet dancer. However, their day takes a disturbing turn when Jason ventures off alone and stumbles upon a bloodied man with outstretched arms. Addie becomes frantic upon realizing her son is missing, and after finding him, she decides it's time for their family to leave the beach. Later that night, as the family settles in, Addie opens up to Gabe, sharing her childhood trauma and expressing her fear that her doppelganger is coming for her. Gabe reassures her, but their moment of solace is abruptly shattered when the power goes out. As Gabe heads to activate the backup generator, Jason alerts the family to the presence of another family in their driveway. Addie hastily dials 911, and Gabe tries to scare off the intruders. However, the situation takes a dark turn when the intruding family breaches the Wilsons' home, with one of them striking Gabe with a baseball bat while the others corner the family in the living room. Inside the living room, the Wilsons are confronted by their uncanny doppelgangers, all dressed in red jumpsuits and wielding menacing pairs of scissors. Addie's doppelganger, known as Red, shares a haunting tale of a princess and her shadow, hinting at a disturbing connection between them. She then compels Addie to handcuff herself to the table. Red sends Zora fleeing from the house with her doppelganger in relentless pursuit, while she forces Jason to join his counterpart in an unsettling play. Gabe's doppelganger, named Abraham, drags him away towards a boat, sealing the family's nightmarish fate. After a frantic escape, Zora believes she has outrun her doppelganger, Umbri. However, Umbri surprises her by appearing atop a car. A neighbor witnesses the scene and intervenes, but tragically, Umbri uses her scissors to brutally murder the neighbor, allowing Zora to escape. In the meantime, Gabe awakens, frees himself, and successfully tosses Abraham overboard. However, the engine suddenly starts and Gabe falls in the water. Back at the house, Jason takes refuge in a closet with Pluto, noticing that their movements mirror each other. When he removes Pluto's mask, he discovers that the lower half of Pluto's face is severely burned. Jason cleverly entraps him with a magic trick, enabling his escape. He miraculously climbs back aboard, only to face another intense struggle with Abraham. Gabe prevails by activating the boat's engine, completely eviscerating his doppelganger. While Red holds Addie hostage in the living room, she attempts to harm Addie by pressing her face against the glass table. However, the chaos caused by Jason's escape momentarily diverts Red's attention. Seizing this opportunity, Addie manages to grab a fireplace poker, destroys the table leg, and rescues Jason. With the family now reunited, the Wilsons make their escape on the boat, under the watchful eyes of Red and Pluto, as they sail away from the horrors of their doppelgangers. At the Tylers' home, Kitty becomes alarmed, believing she's seen something outside. Josh initially pretends to confirm her suspicions, playing a prank on her. The twins then come out of their rooms and talk, and the second they think that everything is alright, a set of doppelgangers wearing red jumpsuits, similar to the Wilsons, all emerge and kill the whole family. The Wilsons arrive at the Tylers' house seeking help. The twins forcefully drags Addie inside, while Gabe attempts to divert Josh's double. A fierce struggle ensues, leading to the Wilsons successfully defeating all of the Tylers' doppelgangers and reuniting inside the house. The Wilsons switch on the TV and are confronted with frantic news reports detailing the inexplicable appearance of the red-clad doppelgangers, who have been spreading violence and death globally. These doppelgangers have linked hands, forming a menacing and united front, similar to the concept of hands across America. Gabe is inclined to seek refuge in the house, but Addie insists on staying mobile and making their escape. The family decides to use the Tylers' car for their getaway. However, when Addie searches for the car keys, she is ambushed by Kitty's doppelganger, who is still alive. In a harrowing struggle, Addie manages to defeat her. The family reaches the car, only to be confronted by Umbri. After a tense chase, they finally outmaneuver and eliminate Umbri by accelerating and then abruptly stopping the vehicle, causing her to collide with a tree. As morning breaks, the Wilsons arrive at the boardwalk and are met with the sight of their original car engulfed in flames, with Pluto standing ominously in front of it. Addie decides to approach him, but soon realizes that it's a dangerous trap. Jason acts quickly, coercing Pluto to walk backward into the blazing car. Just as the family thinks it's over, Red grabs Jason. Addie pursues Red and her captive son Jason, and discovers that the beach is now swarming with red-clad doppelgangers, holding hands and uniting in an eerie display. Addie eventually reaches the funhouse and descends into an underground tunnel filled with free-roaming rabbits. Deep within, she finds Red and demands an explanation. Red unveils a chilling revelation, disclosing that the underground facility, seemingly a part of a nightmarish dimension, houses the doppelgangers of everyone on the surface. Red explains that she has always been a part of Addie, and God brought them together that fateful night. Her childhood ballet dancing made the doppelgangers see her as different, and that she will deliver them out of their misery. Over time, a meticulously devised plan among the tunnel dwellers is now being executed, as they rise to the surface. After a fierce struggle, Addie manages to overpower Red and ultimately kills her by impaling her with a fireplace poker, rescuing Jason in the process. The family reunites and drives away, appearing relieved that the nightmare is finally over. However, a quick flashback unveils a shocking twist. When Red met Addie in the funhouse years ago, she knocked her out, handcuffed her, stole her Thriller t-shirt, and emerged into the real world. It turns out that Addie is in fact the doppelganger, and Red was the real Addie, seeking her long-awaited revenge. This explains why Red is the only doppelganger who can speak coherently, while the others communicate through animalistic sounds. Jason appears to realize the truth, and puts his mask on uneasily. The film ends with a chilling zoom-out, showing red-clad doppelgangers across the U.S. holding hands, evoking the Hands Across America movement.